Hello Dr. Williamson. In my presentation I will be presenting the correlation between the change in seasons and how ethics can change if you don't have solid roots to the core of where your ethics were taught or learned. The season tree is a representation of different seasons of change. A season of change in a person's life that changed their mood, attitude, perception, and overall view of life. What season are you in? Spring, summer, fall and winter. What events shaped your personal ethics? Spring, summer, fall, winter. How has each of the seasons affected the change in your ethics? What are some things that can cause deeper roots so that your ethics aren't changing with the seasons? It's easy to look at other people's ethics. Now let me have an outer body experience and see myself through the eyes of others.
Engineer, a noun for engineering, is a person who designs, builds, or maintains engines, machines, or public works. A verb for engineering, design and build a machine or structure. Engineer.
What do I see that reflects my personal ethics? When I look at my life and what shaped my personal ethics, the first person to come to mind would be my mother. She planted deep seeds in me that will not change with the seasons. No matter how harsh the winters or how warm the summers, the roots she planted if dug up would be the death of me. Then there's my father, the second hand of my ethics. Although roots are deep, some things do change depending on the season. As a child I would have thought differently, but as a man in my own household things he did and his I do differently in mine. Next, I would have to say my brother had a hand in shaping my ethics. He is 4 years older than me and I have watched him grow and learned some things from him also. But, like my father, I am a man in my own household and too, the ethics I learned from him will change with the seasons. Then there's my lovely wife, who has ethics you would not believe, has helped me plant other trees beside my mother. She is my rock next to my mother, and too, like my mother, if those roots were ever pulled would scar my tree in ways you wouldn't believe. Lastly there's my niece, who is so little and full of life. She doesn't understand just her being has helped shape my ethics to see how pure and innocent people can be. Lastly, is there anything I would feel to change my personal ethics? I would feel this poem entitled Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's hit tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time I single quote "see been a climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark, where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you set down on the steps cause you finds it's kinder hard. Don't you fall now, for I single quote "see still going, honey, I single quote "see still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair." This is a metaphor of the seasons of changes a mother has gone through to teach her son when times get hard. Don't give up. The values I am teaching you is from experience because I've had my ethics tested time and time again. But I continued to keep a clear head, get up, hold it high, and move on. Times will be good and times will be bad. You just have to learn how to weather the storm and hold your ethics high. Because seasons will change, but these seeds I'm instilling in you will grow, because I want you to learn from my withered limbs and broken branches. If I weathered the storm, because you are your mother's child, you can too. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, Season of Ethics. Thank you.